Good evening and welcome to Body Blessed. Tonight we're gonna make Kevin and I's favorite T-bone steak with butter and all the goodness that comes with that. We're gonna put onions on it, and then we're gonna make a side dish of cauliflower. And this is Rachel's recipe coming up from this old noggin of mine. And so just join me. It is keto friendly. We're not gonna use anything that is against keto or even THM for that matter, because we're eating high fat. So here we go. To start with, make sure that your oven is set at 400 degrees. You will also need a 9x9 pan. Here we have a bowl of cauliflower that is chopped up, probably about 2 cups. The next thing we're gonna add is we're gonna add some mayo. And I'm gonna put 2 big spoonfuls. Also going to add mustard. The next thing you're gonna add is some garlic powder. Salt and pepper. You're gonna give this a good stir. It is all stirred up, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the 9x9 pan. There you have it. This is probably 2 or 3 servings, maybe 4. To top it, you're just gonna put shredded cheese in it. Try not to get it's better if you get the block and shred it yourself, or just make sure it's not processed. All right, here we have it. We're gonna place it in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes until the cauliflower is tender. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna chop up 2 onions. And everybody chops onions differently. I've learned to chop it this way. It's made it the easiest. Cut off the ends, cut it in half, peel off all of that ugly on them as such. And then what I do, I'm just gonna do slices. So I'm no professional cutter or cook, just reminder. And this is gonna cook up with my steak. We're gonna caramelize these. I have got a cast iron skillet, and at the bottom of my skillet, I had made bacon the other day, so I have a lot of bacon grease down here. And as you can see, it's starting to boil. That means that it is ready to cook some wonderful steaks. And as you can see, I have 2 T-bone steaks over here, and the only thing that I've done with them is I have salt and peppered one side of them so that I can lay them down, and then I'll salt and pepper them after. We're gonna go ahead and put the T-bones down, and we're gonna sear them, so you're gonna hear a lot of loudness. We're gonna let that sear for a couple minutes. And then we're also going to add salt and pepper to this side. We're gonna turn these over now, and the way you know it's time to turn them is when you look at it, you see it's seared. It's nice, got a brown color on it. So I'm gonna flip this over. And this one also has a nice brown to it. Now we're gonna sear this side. All right, that side is now seared. The one part that you really wanna get out of a steak is this fatty bit. You want that to be nice and crispy. So if you do this right here, just stand it up, hold it with some tongs. Takes about 20 seconds. You can see it's been seared. So you do that on every fatty side of the T-bone. Now that your T-bones have been seared, we're gonna lower the temperature just to medium. And on each one of these steaks, I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna have butter soaking through these. And do you remember that onion? We're gonna add the onions. And you're gonna let the onions caramelize. Okay, after I've added the onions and the meat needs to turn over, I still have some butter left. So what we're gonna do to strategically do this, we're gonna move the butter to the other one. We're gonna flip this one over and put both butters over here. And we're gonna flip this one. Now, your steaks are to your liking. So you can find, I didn't look this up, but you can find out how long you want them on there. These, for Kevin and I, they're just about done. And then I'm gonna take them off and let them rest for a minute while I finish the onions. I just pulled the cauliflower out of the oven, and how you know that it's ready is you just stick a fork in it. And if you can stick it through the cauliflower, you know it's good. And you can feel the tenderness of it. So again, to your liking, do you like it a little bit more crunchy, or do you like it a little softer? It's up to you. It's done. Dinner is finished. So T-bone steak with a bunch of caramelized onions on top of it. And we have Rachel's cauliflower goodness. Don't be afraid in the kitchen. Try new things. If you don't like it, then don't make it again. But try. It's just fun to be able to be in the kitchen and come up with things on your own. So don't be afraid. Let's enjoy our dinner tonight, shall we?